I didn't know the light was on, Peanut. I'm sorry.
We're blinded by the light. He's
sorry,
wrapped up like
Peanut.
a douche.
He's wrapped up like a burrito in the wee hours of the night. Not even. It's like 10:15 for freak's sake. Let me do a new clip with the light off. I feel bad. Okay, much better. Kennan put the blanket on him because, you know, it's cold outside. It's under 70. But he does not seem to mind. Where was dinner tonight?
Casa Guadalajara.
That's right. It was delicious.
It was a success.
My dad worked on the E60 today. We took off the pressure plate, the clutch, and the old flywheel. We got down to the rear main seal, which is seeping. We cleaned that up, took some pictures, put together a comprehensive parts list of items that are still needed and have yet to be required or acquired. I had a customer stop by today, recent purchase, 2001 M5 titanium silver. How do you say those wheels, Kennan? Bayern?
I think so.
Bayern. It's got those deep dish multi-spoke Bayern wheels from the early 2000s. Just picked it up in Calabasas yesterday. I don't really know much else today. Today was Thursday. Tomorrow's going to be a car cleanup day. I'm installing a window regulator in the Tayag car. And the M3 is almost perfect. We've got a little bit more work to go. Valve cover gasket, plugs, coils, O2 sensors, and associated hardware. And then you're just very excited to start doing some road trips, right? To the junkyard. Why don't you like the E36 as much?
Well, other than it being a massive pile of garbage, it's poorly made, it's slow, it is deafening in terms of the rattles. The exhaust, I actually like the way the exhaust sounds. It's costing me an absolute fortune. I don't like being in it. It's not as much fun on the highway as the M5. It's not as competent on the highway as the M5.
Not even close.
I don't need another car, technically, really, because the M5 is so good at what it does, honestly. And I bought the E36 because I was going to be commuting downtown. Well, because of COVID, I don't have to do that anymore, so that's the way it goes. So really, all of these reasons combined, in addition to the fact that it failed smog, so I had to deal with that. I had to put tons of money in it to repair stuff that I didn't want to fix, that also, after doing that, didn't fix the problem we set out to fix in the first place. Yeah, that's why I think that car is such a massive pile of shit and I have to get rid of it. I can't stand it. I'm sure that'll find its way back to me somehow. But...
Oh boy. Well, we're trying to make the best of it to get it working and running and passing smog.
We're trying to make the best of it so I can get rid of it at this point. That's what it's come down to be honest. It's not at all what I thought it was going to be, and I like it a lot less than I thought it was going to.
It's just a totally different car to the M5. It's a totally different car.
It's not even that. It's just I didn't get a nice example, as it turns out. It's not Jeff's fault, but it's like you just didn't know. It just goes to show I should have done a pre-purchase inspection and realized that it needed lots of stuff. And now, admittedly, I've done lots of stuff to it, and somebody else will reap the rewards of that, but I just don't want to do it anymore. It's the same thing with Bobby's. Bobby didn't want to put more money into it, rightfully so, because there's always something else. There's always something else, and you have to really love it in order to do that. With the M5s, Ryan and I just dump money into them because we love them, and we don't have a problem doing that. But I'm not as in love with the M3 as I expected it would be. It's got to go.
So if anybody wants to buy a 1997...
It's now pretty well sorted M3, to be honest.
It truly is. It's a very well sorted car.
No, eventually it's going to go in Cars and Bids, and you can find it there eventually. But it has been...
Go bid it up.
It did get us here, which is it's something very positive. And now, admittedly, it's quite well sorted, but it's better sorted for somebody who wants to use it for track use. I think that car would be ideal for that. Or somebody who just wants a fun secondary or tertiary car. That M3 is really good for that. But, if you really want it to be a primary driver, I would probably consider something else.
Good night.
Good night.